Now students, let's discuss short answer questions for this chapter. And your first question is, why is water called a universal solvent? So I think on first page of this chapter, that is book page 79, first column, the last paragraph is your answer. You can write it from there, and even you can write the first point of points to remember also. So that is your answer. And then second question is, what are the following called? A homogeneous mixture of one or more solutes with a solvent. So the answer for this is solutions, right? And B is a solution that can dissolve more solute at a given temperature, that is unsaturated solution. And the C is a solution that contains the maximum amount of the solute it can dissolve at a given temperature, so it is a saturated solution. Fine. So first is solution, then unsaturated solution, and then it is saturated solution. Then question number 3 is, define a suspension and give an example. So on book page 80, second column, the pink box definition, and then there is the example also mentioned of muddy water, so you can write that. Then question 4 is, what do you mean by a colloid, right? So that is also on book page 81, second column, the pink box definition. And then under the heading colloids, the first paragraph is discussing about the examples, and given examples you can write the example as milk for colloid, right? Then question fifth is, what are the sizes of the dispersed particles in a solution, suspension and colloid? So that you can write the fourth point from table 8.1 specifically. So that will give us the sizes of the dispersed particles in solution, suspensions and colloid. Fine. Table 8.1, fourth point. Then question 6 is, what do you mean by hard water and soft water? So you can write it from book page 87, right? The first column, the definitions are written in the pink box, or even from the revision point, that points to remember number 17 and 18 also. So from wherever you want to write your answer, you can write. Fine. Then question number 7, that name the substances that cause temporary hardness of water. So this starts from book page 87, last line, that temporary hardness, is caused by the dissolved hydrogen carbonates of calcium and magnesium. Fine. And then question number 8 is, name the substances that cause permanent hardness of water. So it is the book page 88 and first paragraph and second line, right? Permanent hardness is caused by the dissolved sulfates and chlorides of calcium and magnesium. Fine. Then question number 9 is, mention the name with formula of a substance that can remove permanent hardness of water. So this is again on book page 88, second point under the heading softening of water. Here we have underlined washing soda and its formula, that is Na2CO3.10H2O. So here we can write down that we can remove permanent hardness of water by treating it with washing soda, and then write down its chemical formula. Fine students. And your last question is, what is formed when sodium oxide is mixed with water? So it forms sodium hydroxide, right? So you can mark your answer with the chemical reaction on book page 87, right? Under the heading of the action of water on metal oxides, it's a second reaction. Fine. That is Na2O plus H2O, so it gives us 2NaOH. So it gives the what it gives us sodium hydroxide. Fine. So sodium hydroxide is formed when sodium oxide is mixed with water. Fine students, so this we have done with our short answer questions. So just mark them carefully so that you can complete it. Fine students.